and welcome to Big Data Analytics class. In today's class, we are going to learn about configuration of Hadoop cluster, local, pseudo-distributed mode, fully distributed mode, and configuration of XML files. So this will be our today's topic. Let's revise the previous contents. So in the previous class, we have discussed about Hadoop distribution file system, that is called as HDFS, and we have seen about the building blocks of Hadoop, such as data node, secondary name node, job tracker, task tracker, etc. And we have seen how the Hadoop cluster works. So whatever the concepts we have learned in this class, in the previous class, we'll be implementing more about the configuration files and the working nature of the Hadoop. Yeah. The Hadoop cluster works in 3 modes, Hadoop cluster modes, that is called as standalone mode, which is called as local mode also. And in this mode, there will not be any daemons will be running, and everything runs in a single JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine, and it is suitable for running MapReduce programs during development time. That means it will not have any distributed file system mechanism. You will not be having a daemons, you will not be having a job tracker, you will not be having a task tracker, you will not be having a data node, etc., secondary name node, etc. So it will be as equal as running the simple Java program with the MapReduce methods. That's all, not more than that, right? That means, as you know that the Hadoop cluster works on the master-slave architecture. So these are my slaves I am drawing, where we have a data node and we have a task tracker. We have a data node, we have a data node and task tracker, data node, task tracker, and we have a master node. So it works on the master-slave architecture. So in standalone mode, this mechanism will not be there in the standalone mode. It will be as equal as running the simple Java programming. With respect to the pseudo-distributed mode, what is pseudo-distributed mode is, in pseudo-distributed mode, Hadoop daemons will be running on the local machine. That means when I will be teaching the class, on my laptop, I have installed Hadoop software. So what the software we are going to use is Cloudera. So why we are going to use the Cloudera? Because as we know the history of the Hadoop, the person behind the Hadoop is Duff Cutting, and the person who developed the Hadoop, Duff Cutting, used to work in Yahoo search engine. Now he is working in the Cloudera as CEO. So Cloudera is more popular software and it is producing a good results also. So pseudo-distributed mode is one mode where Hadoop daemons run on the local machine. So we will be installing the Cloudera in our laptops. So in that laptops itself, it will be the laptop itself will be acting as a master node as well as the slave nodes. And in that, all the daemons will be running, the daemons of the master node and the daemons of the slave nodes. All daemons, secondary name node will be there, master node will be there, slaves will be there, data node, everything will be there. So, but the only thing is nothing but we will be using as a one machine, but that machine itself will act as a master node as well as the slave node. That is the working nature of the pseudo-distributed mode. So if you are working, if you are practicing at your home, you can install the Cloudera and you can work with the pseudo-distributed mode, and you can see the same outputs, whatever the outputs you can see on the fully distributed mode, right? Coming to the last mode, that is called the fully distributed mode. In fully distributed mode, what is happening is Hadoop daemons run on the cluster of machines. That means in this fashion the cluster is going to be made. 100 machines will be there or 100 slaves will be there. We will be keeping one master node. So where all, it will be as like a big laboratory will be there, where it will be having a full establishment of the cluster will be there. So that is the fully distributed mode. So in our labs we have a fully distributed mode. We have a slave machines are there, we have is master machines are there separately, and they have got connected with one another in the network, right? So in this three manner we can work with the Hadoop. So the first mechanism, that is called the standalone mode. In that mode we will be not running any daemons, right? So it will be running as usual as normal Java programming. And in this fully distributed, in the pseudo distributed mode, daemons will be running, but the single machine will be acting as a master as well as a slave. Whereas in the fully distributed machine, we will be having a big cluster will be there with 100 nodes or 50 nodes or 200 nodes, whatever the nodes may be, and they will be connected with one another, and if required, as I taught you in the Hadoop cluster diagram, if required, my cluster can connect with the other clusters through the cloud, because what the cluster I have established with the 100 machine may not be satisfied with to resolve my problems. I may need to connect to other clusters, so I can connect to the other clusters also by using the Hadoop cloud. Yes, let us see detail about the modes here. Local mode or standalone mode we call as a. So standalone mode is a default mode in which Hadoop runs, and it is a default mode. So you don't need to do any specific job for that.
So guys, before the lecture proceeds, I would like to clear out one thing, that we have been discussing about configuration of Hadoop clusters, where ma'am is been telling about there is something called as a local mode, something called as pseudo distributed mode, and something called as fully distributed mode. So what exactly the terms means are, for local mode, when you are aware of working with your .NET, generally you have to install your own studio inside your PC for working with the .NET applications. But for few applications to execute, you need to go with the framework. That means you no need to install the IDE, which is your integrated development environment, for execution purpose, for execution or for running for few applications, but you need a framework as a base to work with those applications. Maybe few of you, when you are installing some applications, they'll ask for the frameworks, whether it requires a .NET framework or something else, which means you can perform the execution part, but you cannot edit or you cannot write something new into it. That's a mean. So here almost your local mode, which is one of the areas of Hadoop cluster, it works on the same way, where local mode is used for mainly for debugging purpose. Like you can debug your code on your machine. But when comes to a doubt that, sir, we are at our homes right now, so how can we set up a Hadoop environment in our own laptops or PC? If that is the case, then do remember that you people have to install in pseudo distributed mode, which is a second mode that is available. I hope you got it. So pseudo distributed mode is something where you can configure your own Hadoop cluster in your PC, so that you can execute all its features, as well as you can run with the environment whenever you need it. So am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so local mode is something which is meant for debugging purpose. Coming to pseudo distributed mode, you can make it available at your own machine, so to work with the environment. The other one is a different one, where you have to set up a cluster. Means more than one computer need to be configured together so that it forms a cluster. So I am just making you to recollect the information what we have discussed earlier. We have seen daemons of Hadoop. Hope you remember that. So there are few daemons like name node, data node, job tracker, task tracker, and secondary name node. You people try to understand this one very clearly, where when you are working with the name nodes, for example, I told you there is something called as a cluster environment. Clusters are something where a group of systems are working for a purpose to be fulfilled, where when I want to establish such kind of system, I told you already that data nodes will be more than one for a cluster, but name node will be taking care of a cluster. Do remember that. That means ప్రతి క్లస్టర్కి ఒక నేమ్ నోడ్ ఉంటుంది, మోర్ దాన్ వన్ నేమ్ నోడ్ ఉండవు. బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్ ఇన్ రివర్స్. ప్రతి క్లస్టర్కి ఆబ్వియస్గా మోర్ దాన్ వన్ డేటా నోడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. లాస్ట్ టైం మీకు చూపించిన డయాగ్రామ్లో వీ హ్యావ్ సీన్ సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ర్యాక్స్. ఐ హోప్ యూ రిమెంబర్. When you divide some data nodes into a group, and you can term that group as a rack, which is nothing but a cluster, then one name node can take care of that cluster, but a name node will never take care of more than one cluster. Keep that in mind. Is it clear? That's what the video content is explaining. So go through the content and understand. As ma'am told that there will be three different modes of executions. One is standalone mode, one is pseudo distributed mode, last one is fully distributed mode. That standalone mode can be also taught as a local mode. So let's understand the further concepts. I'll explain once again after few minutes. Try to understand it. Later I'll go with the content again.
It's a default mode, and standalone mode is mainly used for debugging, where you don't require or don't have a facility or function of Hadoop distributed file system, that is called HDFS, will not be there. Distributed file system will not be there. So you no need to require, there is a no need of MapRed site.xml file. You don't require any core site.xml file. You don't require any HDFS site.xml file. What are these these are called as a configuration files. And these configuration files are required when you are working with the fully distributed cluster. And you need to configure the slaves with the master. So to do that, you require these configuration files. So from where you will find these configuration files, we will see in the next upcoming sessions, right? So this configuration file settings is not required if you are working with the standalone mode, right? You don't require MapRed.site.xml, you don't require core site.xml, you don't require HDFS site.xml. These three are nothing but they are called as a configuration files, which is required to configure the master and slave when you are going for the fully distributed architecture. And standalone mode is usually fastest. Of course, it will be fastest only because there will not be any daemons will be running. So it is just like a normal Java JVM is running. So obviously it will be fast. And the basic purpose of using the standalone mode or local mode of Hadoop is nothing but it is basically used for the debugging purpose. How my application is running, in which manner my output is coming. For that purpose, you don't need to sit on the Hadoop cluster. You don't need to make use of all the 100 slaves. Just you can make use of standalone machine because you are just debugging your application, in which manner the output is coming. For that, you don't require the big establishment of the Hadoop cluster. So HDFS, here HDFS is not being used fully, and local file system for input and output will be used generally. That means whatever the input you are passing for data analysis, and whatever the output you are getting, that will be, to do that job, local file system will be used. And no need to change any configuration files. As I said you that, you don't require to change MapRed site.xml file, you don't require to change core site.xml file, you don't require to HDFS, you don't require to change HDFS site.xml file. These configuration setting files, you no need to do any configuration. And default Hadoop mode it is, that means the standalone mode or local mode is called as a default mode. So these are the few benefits of the local mode. That is nothing but, I repeat it once again in a short and sweet manner, that's nothing but it is a default mode of the Hadoop, and it will not provide any DFS service such as distributed file system services. There will not be any daemons will be there. Then what is the purpose of it? Whenever you want to debug your applications, just in which manner I am getting the output. For that purpose, you don't require to sit on 100 machines of a cluster. So just simply you can make use of local mode or standalone mode. Next, we will go with the in detail concept of pseudo distributed mode. What is a pseudo distributed mode is, the pseudo distributed mode is also known as a single node cluster. It is also known as a Single node cluster, as I already told you that in one machine only, it will be a master as well as a slave both. That is why it is called as a single node cluster, where both name node and data node will reside on the same machine. That means on my laptop only, my laptop itself will act as a master, my laptop itself will act as a slave, and name nodes will be working, data node will be working on the same machine. Right. In distributed mode, all the Hadoop daemons will be running. That is the benefit here. In pseudo distributed mode, whenever your application has been debugged in the standalone mode, I want to know in which manner it is working, then I can make use of pseudo distributed mode, right? So in the pseudo distributed mode, all daemons will be running. That means there will be a daemon of data node, task tracker, all the daemons will be running, job tracker, etc. So single node Hadoop deployment running on Hadoop is considered as a pseudo distributed mode. That means whenever Hadoop is deployed on a single machine is called as a pseudo distributed mode, and all masters, slaves, daemons will be running on it, and it is mainly used for testing purpose, as in the previous manner how the application is giving the output. Whereas in this manner also, in this pseudo distributed mode also I am testing. That means if I am running the application by using the master-slave architecture, in which fashion I am going to get the output, I am going to see here also. And by default in pseudo distributed mode, there will be only one replica, that is called as a replica factor will be only one block. So that if you want to change it, you can change it in the Hadoop cluster, in the fully distributed cluster you can make a change. Changes in the configuration files will be required for all three files. That means you have to make changes for the MapRed site file, core site.xml file, and HDFS site.xml file. Whereas in the previous slide which you have seen, standalone mode, there you don't require to change any configuration files. But here you require to make the changes. For example, I want to change the replication factor blocks. I want to change from 1 to 3 blocks. I want 3 replicas. I want 5 replicas. So for that purpose, I have to make use of this configuration files, right? So how to do that? We will see practically all those things. So the diagram looks like this here, the pseudo distributed mode. So in a single machine, you can see here, we have daemons are running here. The name node is there, data node is there, secondary name node is there, resource manager is there, node manager is there, everything is there here. That means all the daemons are running. So since all the daemons are running,
guys, can I have your attention? Anyone can respond to me, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, ma'am, as she's explaining about the modes, I hope you understood the difference what I have explained earlier to this explanation. Like, have you seen this slide, which is a local mode? Have you seen this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, Amma, please respond to me quickly. I'm not going to ask any questions, so I'll finish it off as early as possible. Now, can you see these 3 different XML files here?
Yes, sir.
So, don't worry about these things. Why we need MapRed? What is the use of it? Why we need core site or why we need HDFS site? I'll explain in detail about those files separately. So as of now, you need to remember in such a way that you just understand there are few files which are needed to be configured in that only manner you remember. That means oka 3 files unnai. Hadoop ni configure cheyadaniki ee 3 files ni nenu Hadoop environment configure chesukodaniki ee 3 files lo content ni nenu configure chesukovali annanta varaku maatrame gurtupettukondi. As ma'am told, మనకి స్టాండ్ అలోన్ మోడ్లో డీబగ్గింగ్ పర్పస్ కోసమే మ్యాక్సిమం దాన్ని యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఎటువంటి కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ సెట్టింగ్స్ చేంజ్ చేయాల్సిన నెసెసిటీ లేదు. హోప్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్. ఓకేనా? అండ్ మెయిన్ థింగ్ ఈస్ ఐ హోప్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ అబౌట్ వర్కింగ్ విత్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్. ఈ మీనింగ్ మీకు తెలుసు అనుకుంటున్నాను. డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ అంటే మీనింగ్ తెలుసు అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, if I can access a file from your machine, for example, from your class, Surya, Aravind or someone else, me systems lo meek files unnai. If I am accessing their files and they are able to access my files. I call it as sharing from the different machines. So distribution, work distribution చేసుకుంటున్నాము, different locations లో నుంచి వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో హియర్ వెన్ ఐ సే స్టాండ్ అలోన్ మోడ్, అటువంటి డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్స్ ఏమీ కుదరవు. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ థింగ్స్ యూ వాంట్ టు పర్ఫామ్, యూ హ్యావ్ టు పర్ఫామ్ ఆన్ యువర్ లోకల్ మెషిన్ ఓన్లీ. నువ్వు డీబగ్ చేయాల్సిన ఫైల్స్ అయినా, చెక్ చేసుకోవాల్సిన ఫైల్స్ అయినా సరే, అవి ఓన్లీ కూడా నీ లోకల్ మెషిన్లోవే అయి ఉంటాయి. అర్థమవుతున్నాం అందరికి? సో ఇక్కడ there is nothing called as a daemons. ఇక్కడ జాబ్ ట్రాకరు, టాస్క్ ట్రాకరు, నేమ్ నోడు ఇట్లాంటివి ఏమి మనకు వినిపించవు, ఎందుకంటే దిస్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ మెంట్ ఫర్ డీబగింగ్ పర్పస్. నౌ you guys can see when you move ahead, you guys can see this, right? ఈ బొమ్మ చూస్తున్నారు కదా క్లియర్గా, ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మ్యామ్ చెప్పింది. దిస్ ఈజ్ మెంట్ ఫర్ సూడో డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ మోడ్. నేనేం చెప్పాను ఇందాక, సూడో డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ మోడ్ అంటే వేర్ యు ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు కాన్ఫిగర్, అంటే మీ ఓన్ మెషిన్ మీద కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ చేసుకోవాల్సి వస్తే దెన్ యూ కెన్ గో విత్ ది సూడో డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ మోడ్. అంటే కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ అనే పదం యూజ్ చేసేసాను నేను. దట్ మీన్స్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ యువర్ ఓన్ నేమ్ నోడ్, డేటా నోడ్, టాస్క్ ట్రాకర్, జాబ్ ట్రాకర్, ఇవన్నీ పిక్చర్లోకి వస్తాయి. ఎప్పుడైతే ఇవన్నీ పిక్చర్లోకి వచ్చాయో, ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ బిట్వీన్ ది నోడ్స్ దెర్ ఈజ్ సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ రిప్లికేషన్. మీ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని మోర్ దాన్ వన్ కాపీ మెయింటైన్ చేయాల్సి వస్తే యూ గో విత్ ద టర్మ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ రిప్లికేషన్. దట్ ఈస్ ద మోస్ట్ అడ్వాంటేజియస్ టర్మ్ ఇన్ దిస్ జిఎఫ్ఎస్ ఆర్ హెచ్డిఎఫ్ఎస్. గూగుల్ ఫైల్ సిస్టంలో కానీ, హడూప్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ ఫైల్ సిస్టంలో కానీ అదొక మేజర్ అడ్వాంటేజ్. ఎందుకు అంటే యువర్ డేటా విల్ నాట్ బి లాస్ట్. ఇఫ్ ఈవెన్ ఒక స్పెసిఫిక్ నోడ్లో డేటా పోయినా సరే, రిమైనింగ్ నోడ్స్ అన్నీ యాక్టివ్గా ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి I can get my data from any of the nodes, secondary nodes. Is that clear? So నేను నా సిస్టంలో ఈ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ని సెటప్ చేసుకోవాలి కాబట్టి ఐ హ్యావ్ టు కాన్ఫిగర్ ఫ్యూ సిస్టమ్స్, అండ్ దోస్ సిస్టమ్స్ ఆర్ few files, and those files are MapRed file, site file, HDFS site file. అవి ఏంటి అనేది మనం జాగ్రత్తగా చూద్దాం. ఇక్కడ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ చేసుకోవాలి. యాజ్ మ్యామ్ టోల్డ్, for pseudo distributed mode on your local machine, you can implement a replication of only one copy. అంటే యాక్చువల్ డేటా కాకుండా సెకండరీ కాపీ అనేది ఒకటే మాత్రమే మెయింటైన్ చేయగలను. యూ కెనాట్ మేక్ మోర్ దాన్ దట్. నేను మొన్న చెప్పినప్పుడు వీ కెన్ మేక్ 3 రిప్లికేషన్స్ యాజ్ డిఫాల్ట్ అన్నాను. అక్కడ మనకి మోర్ దాన్ 1 క్లస్టర్స్ కనిపించాయి ఆ బొమ్మలో. దట్ మీన్స్ ఫుల్లీ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ మోడ్లో మనం ఆ సెటప్ని చేసుకోవచ్చు. మనం ఇంట్లో ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకునే ఈ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్కి ఓన్లీ 1 రిప్లికేషన్ మాత్రమే అలౌ చేస్తాం. ఈజ్ దట్ క్లియర్? సో దిస్ ఈస్ అ డయాగ్రామ్ వేర్ మ్యామ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్డ్ ఇట్. సో ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ జాగ్రత్త చూడండి. వీ ఆల్ నో ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. మనకి ఇవన్నీ తెలిసినవే, కొంచెం నేమ్స్ చేంజ్ అయ్యి ఉండొచ్చు. యూ ఆల్ నో నేమ్ నోడ్, డేటా నోడ్, సెకండరీ నేమ్ నోడ్. దిస్ రిసోర్స్ మేనేజర్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ జాబ్ ట్రాకర్, నోడ్ మేనేజర్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది టాస్క్ ట్రాకర్. టర్మ్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఈజ్ దట్ క్లియర్? సో డీమాన్స్, అన్ని డీమాన్స్ నా మెషిన్ మీద రన్ అవుతున్నాయి, ఈవెన్ దో వెన్ ఐఎమ్ వర్కింగ్ విత్ ది సూడో డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ మోడ్.
Fully distributed mode, or we call as a multi-node cluster, we call as a otherwise. What is going to happen is, this is the original production of Hadoop. This is the original production of Hadoop, right? Where multiple nodes will be running. We'll be having a multiple nodes will be running, and the most important is data is distributed across several nodes. Whatever the data I'm having, 1 terabyte of data or some amount of data I'm having, all this data will be distributed across several nodes, and processing will be done on each node. If I'm having 100 nodes and I'm making use of all 100 nodes, data will be available on all 100 nodes in the form of a blocks, and processing will be done on all 100 nodes. So separate nodes for master will be there. There will be separate node for the master, and separate nodes of slaves will be there along with the daemons. And data are used distributed across multiple nodes. That is the basic features of the fully distributed mode. So if you really want to see the power of Hadoop and the processing of big data analytics, it will be very good to establish and to execute a replication on fully cluster, then you can see the original potentiality of the Hadoop. So the picture looks like this. So you have a separate machines here. We have a master nodes are there, and we have a slave nodes are there where it is storing the data node. We have a secondary nodes are there where in case my name node is not working, as the name node stores metadata, the metadata is nothing but data about data. It stores about the file information, what size of file it has, what is the permission it has, will be allocated to the node which is idle. So that is the working fashion of the fully distributed cluster in the form of a master and slave. So that is about the 3 different modes of Hadoop: standalone mode, distributed mode, and pseudo distributed mode.
So guys, I'm summarizing these things once again, because in the next class I will be showing you the configuration part along with the execution mechanism, and I'll show you the XML files also, where those XML files will be residing, and how to configure those files with the what data and why. We will see that in the next session. But in this session, we have gone through 3 different modes. So I would like to make it clear once again. We have 3 different modes: standalone, or you can call it as a local mode. Second one is pseudo distributed mode. Third one is a fully distributed mode. Now coming to the differences, if anyone asks you about the differences of these 3 nodes configuration, first one is a standalone mode where you no need to configure any of the files, or you no need to configure any of the XML files or cluster files which are being understood. So where it is only meant for debugging purpose, that's the reason why I am not going to talk about any daemons or any XML files. Coming to the pseudo distributed mode, in that mode specifically they will be configuring XML files because they are configuring their Hadoop onto the local machine, where you can call it as your own machine, that is a PC or a laptop. So you will be configuring it into your own machine. So for that purpose, I need to configure 3 XML files. Just remember those number 3, so that we will see later. So 3 XML files నేను configure చేసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకు చేసుకోవాలి అంటే I have to maintain the replication factor, which is 1. That means you can maintain a replication factor of 1, where your data will be residing in the nodes with a copy of 2, original data as well as the duplicated data, that is your replicated data. Along with that, you will be able to upload data into the cluster, which is a single node cluster, and then you can retrieve the data from the cluster. That means from your local machine to the another machine. Now fully distributed mode is something where you have been configuring multiple number of nodes. That means multiple number of machines can be configured together to work with the Hadoop environment. As in the video you have seen that is the actual working mechanism or actual need of a Hadoop ecosystem, where you will be establishing connection between multiple machines, and those multiple machines will be running in a cluster. And I told you that, remember the most important points, where for every cluster there will be one name node. You have to keep that in your mind. For every cluster there will be one name node. Like for a cluster there can be more than one data node. Data nodes, multiple data nodes ఉండొచ్చు ఒక cluster లో, but name node మాత్రం ఒకటే ఉంటుంది. And there is a one more point where a name node can control more than one cluster. So I'll try to make it more easy. సో ట్రై చేస్తాను నేను మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి. లాస్ట్ 2-3 minutes ఉన్నాయి. సో ఐఎమ్ ట్రయింగ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇట్ ఫర్ యూ. సో లెట్ మీ టేక్ ఏ బ్లాంక్ పేజ్ సో దట్ ఐ కెన్ డ్రా సంథింగ్. సో జాగ్రత్త చూడండి ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పిన పాయింట్స్. సి ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ దట్ దేర్ ఈస్ సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ నేమ్ నోడ్, దేర్ ఈస్ సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ డేటా నోడ్. సో ఎక్కువ ఆలోచించవద్దు, నేను ఈ చిన్న చిన్న వాటి గురించే మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. సో అజ్యూమ్ దట్ దేర్ ఈస్ సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ నేమ్ node, there is something called as data node, As I am telling, if you have more than one data node together, I call this piece as cluster. Okay, so the whole piece of data nodes will be called as a cluster, which is being controlled by a name node. But assume that there is another cluster where they have a few more data nodes. Few more data nodes are there. This name node can handle that cluster also. But the reverse part is, I hope this one is clear, but the reverse part is, check this, if there is a name node and there is another name node, these two name nodes will not control a single cluster where there are data nodes. Am I Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So, two different name nodes on the same cluster will not be done. Our configuration in Chailan, that is not correct. Even when you are drawing the system also, it is not correct. One name node can control one cluster, one name node can control more than one cluster. But for every name node, it should be a unique cluster available. But two name nodes cannot operate or cannot work on the same cluster. So that's it. So as we have seen, for name node there will be no replication. For local mode there is no replication. For pseudo distributed mode there will be only one replication. For fully distributed mode there will be 3 as a default replication. You can increase it up how many number of replications you need. You can do that with the help of configuring the XML files. So XML files will play a prominent role for setting up the local path, for setting up the replication factor, for setting up the name node. I will explain it in clear way in the next class. So I hope you understood the topic for the day. So let's hope we will be continuing this in the next one. As you have seen the timetable for the upcoming examinations also, that will be also falling from the next week. So before that, at least I'll make sure that we will be finishing unit number 1 completely. Okay. So see you all on I hope Thursday, right? We have class on Thursday again. So see you all again. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.